Hello, it is Tea and Tequila here, also known as Sarah and Rocky, and we're here today to discuss our topic of writing tools. Kick us off, Rocky, with your favorite ones.
All right, so one of my favorite ones is Scrivener. I was one of those people way back, like years ago, that jumped on that train. And the reason why a lot of people say, well, it's really complicated and everything is like actually what I've found is if you're going in for just like the basics of it, it's not that complicated. And
Mm-hmm.
there's so many great YouTube videos out there for free about how to use it. But what I did find is when I got more and more into it is that it's such a powerful tool that it can get complicated just because you have so much there that you can use. But my favorite part of the Scrivener, the features of it is that it has like a corkboard setting where you can move around notes and things. And for me, I talked to Sarah about this, is that I'm not the kind of writer that goes from beginning to end. I'm the kind of writer that gets really hit with very specific scenes that then I write, and then I have to fill in the pieces. So with Scrivener, what's great is that I can write the different scenes, I can rearrange the scenes with a click of a button, and then I can go and click and make new ones. Whereas in a Word document, what I found really difficult was that I would be in, one big document, or even if I wanted to break it into a few different documents, and I had to copy and paste and move things around and just didn't feel as efficient. So I love Scrivener, and if you're a writer like I am, then that would be so helpful to you to be able to just rearrange, move scenes around, and it be easy peasy. So that's one of the tools that I love.
Also, you can have character things. I think there's a
Yep.
character section. You can put pictures in there. So my characters, I imagine looking like Zoe Deschanel. So just pull the picture of Zoe Deschanel, put her in there. That's a fun feature, I think, with that one.
Absolutely.
And you can like color code your cards, and it's fun. I like Scrivener. I also love Evernote. That's where I keep notes. Like as I'm walking, I'm currently revising a book, and I get ideas for my revision. I have a little note, like a section of my notebook for just revisions, and I just type them in as I'm walking. And that way it saves, and I can go online and look at it. So really big for me is the app Evernote. It's really crucial. Also for some other people, which is not the case for me, Pomodoro timers, like the tomato one, are really good. So some people have a hard time getting distracted or whatever, so they just turn on the timer and they just type for 25 minutes straight, take a break, type, take a break. Not my scene, I do that more for editing, but it's a good resource if you get ADD while writing.
Yeah. I actually use timers for everything. So for everything, legit everything. Like when I'm most efficient, I'm using a timer. Um, and I love the timer thing because one is I really like the exercise of seeing how fast I write in a specific period of time. And also because generally I don't have really big blocks of time, so I have to find like those little moments between things. So timer's super helpful. Evernote is a really powerful resource. Um, and this is something I haven't used, but a lot of writer friends have talked about it. I think it's called Write or Die. Is that right?
Yeah, it's Ride or Die. Love it. It's like Ride
So,
or Die, but Ride or Die. Now I just got the joke.
and so basically you write, and then it's when you stop writing, right, that the screen starts to flash.
It like flash goes, and there's one, I don't know the name of it, where it might even be an option with Ride or Die. It starts erasing your words if you're not writing. So that's super stressful, that one. So there's apps like that out there that are pretty crazy.
Oh my gosh. So I think those things are awesome because one, it amps up the pressure and the urgency, right? And a lot of times that's, as writers, we start to allow things to sort of slow down, or we take our time, or we're like leisurely strolling, which is fine. But if you want to like publish this year or get an agent this year, that won't fly.
Mm-mm.
So you need to get it done. So things like that will allow you to feed the urgency by giving you minor panic attacks to get it done. So that's another great tool that a lot of people I know have used.
That one's awesome. Also, Freedom app. or other social media blocking one where it blocks off your internet. Like Freedom for you can set it for like up to 8 hours, I think, and you can't undo the app. So like shuts out all the internet. And they also have one just for certain social media sites that you can input, and you can't go on the internet. So it's basically essentially you have to restart your computer for it to go away. And that's everyone knows that's such a pain. So it really does force you not to go on the internet if you get one of those apps because it blocks out the outside world for you and all that's left is your writing. So if you get distracted checking Facebook, that's definitely a tool for you.
Yes. Oh my goodness, that's huge. I think more of us need that app on our. I think that's necessary. Um, and so another thing, resources. I know we're talking a lot about tools, software, resources. Is that look into things like one books or writing centers or writing departments in local colleges or at schools or local writing professors. Like a lot of times we feel very isolated as writers, and it's important to find community, and it's also important to find resources that can give you information. That's why Sarah and I are book coaches, and why we do create programs, because we want people to have those resources. Another thing that I have here is if you want an agent, you can look into books like this, Guide to Literary Agents. And what it does, it just lists out a bunch of agents and shows what they're looking for, shows contact information. Because I know some of you ask about agents, but you get really overwhelmed in terms of looking for them on Google. So go to resources that you trust to get information too.
And Query Tracker is good, the website. It helps you track who you've talked to and information like that. So that's good if you want to keep track of who you've queried and see if you need a follow-up or anything like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you have favorite tools, then pop them into the comments so that everybody can really be able to explore and experiment with what feels really good to them, what helps them be most effective or efficient, and then we can all lean on each other as a community.
So let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.